Hej allihopa, jag heter Timo. Jag kommer från Tyskland och jag talar svenska.
Hey allihopa, hi everyone and welcome to another video from Say It in Swedish. I'm your host JOAKIM, and remember to stop by sayitinswedish.com for free lessons and more content for learning Swedish, and remember to become a Patreon member if you want to support this project. Today we're gonna talk about this little word that you don't have in English that will confuse you guys because, you know, what does it mean? And to that we will add some more words that you can use when speaking Swedish. So let's begin. The word I'm talking about is you. And I know you've probably seen and heard it a lot, but what does it mean really? You. It's used when a piece of information is basically, it's known to everyone or is supposed to be known to everyone. It could be like the English expression, you know, or as you know, you assume that this piece of information is known to everyone. So you could say, for instance, let's take an example. JOAKIM är ju svensk. JOAKIM är ju svensk. JOAKIM is Swedish, as you know, right? JOAKIM är ju svensk. And yeah, you could add som ni vet to that to emphasize that, but that's another thing. It's basically just a piece of information that should be known to everyone, and you are assuming that. So that's how you use it. JOAKIM är ju svensk. As you all know, he's Swedish, right? And it could also be used for emphasis, like if someone would answer that this statement with you're not allowed to say that, or you don't say that, or something like that. You could say, men han är ju det. Men han är ju det. He is Swedish, right? He is that. He is Swedish. So you emphasize that is there in English. You all know he's Swedish. So why can't I say it, right? It's very interesting. So to recap, this is used as a little particle to imply that this piece of information that I'm telling you now is known to everyone. And I want to present this topic now, this subject that I want to talk about. So, JOAKIM är ju svensk. JOAKIM is Swedish, as you know. Blah 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 blah. And someone could say like, no, he isn't, or don't say that, you can't say that, or whatever. And you can then reply with, men han är ju det. Men han är ju det. Well, he is that, so why can't I talk about this? Han är ju det. You put emphasis in this case. But there is another use of this, and that's when you're surprised. So basically, you're not talking about a piece of information that is known to you, but it's kind of used as a surprise, and in this case also like an emphasis on that is. So you could say, nämen, du är ju redan här. Which basically means, what? You're already here. But it's like, so you are already here. It's like, it's a bit weird in English in this case. In English you would just say, what? You're already here. Wow. But in Swedish you would say something like, you are already here. Du är ju redan här. A bit weird, right? But this is something that can seem a little bit complicated, and I just wanted to make a short video with these few examples so that maybe that could clear stuff up for you. Hopefully, this is one of those things that you need to practice, or you need to, like, now you know how it's used, but you need a lot of experience to kind of understand maybe how to use it so that you don't overuse it and stuff like that. You could live without it, definitely, but it just makes you seem a little bit more fluent if you can use this. And I wanted to teach you some other words that I would say belong to the same group of words. So we also have väl, which is used when you think something is in a certain way, but you need confirmation, basically. So if I take the same sentence here, Joakim är ju svensk, and I use väl here instead. Joakim är väl svensk. Then it kind of turns the statement into a question. Still a statement, but väl is kind of... We could basically translate it into a question tag here. So, Joakim är väl svensk? Joakim is Swedish, right? Like, I've heard that this is the case. So it's like, I'm 90% sure, maybe 70% sure that this is the case. But I need some confirmation. So if you say väl here, you are expecting, or people are expected to kind of, confirm what you just said. So, Joakim är väl svensk? Eller? Like, Joakim is Swedish, right? So in this case, you could translate it into a question tag, but in Swedish you can also add a question tag to this. So it's basically not really something you could translate again. So, Joakim är väl svensk? Så blah 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 blah. And because he's Swedish, I guess, he does blah 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 blah, whatever, right? Are you still with me? So with väl, you want a piece of confirmation to your information. And lastly, we have the word nog. And this just expressed, this word is just expressing some kind of uncertainty. So, Joakim är nog svensk. I think I've heard he's Swedish, but I might be wrong, right? Joakim är nog svensk. Joakim är nog svensk. He might be Swedish. I've heard that he's Swedish, or I'm assuming he's Swedish. I'm not certain. I don't need, like, people might confirm or deny or whatever what you just said, but it doesn't imply that you need confirmation. It just tells everyone that you're not completely certain, but you kinda think this is true. Are you with me? So, we had Joakim är ju svensk. As you all know, Joakim is Swedish. We had Joakim är väl svensk. Joakim är väl svensk. So, Joakim is Swedish, right? That's what I've heard, etc. And Joakim är nog svensk. Joakim is Swedish, at least that's what I know, etc. Can you differentiate between these three words, and do you know how to use them now? If you don't, leave a comment down below and I will try to explain it further. I just wanted to make a quick video about this topic because these kind of particles or small words or whatever we want to call them, those are normally those types of things that will make you sound more fluent in a language, not only in Swedish, but these words exist in a bunch of languages, and I mean these type of words that are like small words that you could do without. You could express yourself in another way, but in this way you would sound more fluent. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you can grasp this, or if I went on too quickly here, and or if you think I seem to be too much all over the place. I have had coffee, I have my morning coffee, and this is the first video I'm shooting today, so I might be a bit incoherent, but whatever. I hope that you could understand me and that these examples will help you to grasp this. And yeah, like I said, if you need more help, let me know in the comments down below and I will try to explain it further to you. And if you want to learn more Swedish, you could watch another video or stop by sayitinswedish.com for free lessons and more content to learn Swedish. And if you like what I do, please consider becoming a Patreon member so that I can continue with this, but because the future is uncertain. So we will see each other in the next video or another video on this channel where you can see the past me or the future me if you wait. All right, see you. Ha det bra. Hej.